Hey guys, today I'm filming my Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 28. If you guys have never seen this video from me before, I'll have my playlist linked down below. Basically, I'm going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video from about 10 months back and letting you know my current thoughts on those products. Oftentimes, once you see products featured in a haul, you never hear them mentioned again unless it's in a favorites or an empties. So in these videos, I like to review every single item that I hauled. My inspiration for this series is It's Kirsten and her What I Thought on Stuff I Bought series. I'll have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original haul video, and I will list and link all the items that I'm mentioning. First, I had a couple items from e.l.f. I have the e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. Mine is in the shade Taupe Blonde, and this is their lightest shade. I do have a first impression on this product. I will have that linked up here so you guys can see the demo of it. This is actually a really nice pomade. You get a ton of product in here, and it does a really great job of filling in the brows. I've mentioned several times before that I have quite a few pomades and I think they're good quality, but I do not like pomades. I much prefer using a pencil and powder. I really like the finished result better, and I definitely do want to use this up. I think it is a good pomade. If you're wanting to try one out, this is a really great inexpensive option. I definitely would recommend buying this one over the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. And then I had two other e.l.f. products that I had hauled but I no longer own, and I had included them in this really big e.l.f. review video, which I will have linked up here. The first thing was the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer Duo in Fiji, and this is the only matte blush and bronzer duo. Some of the other duos either have a matte bronzer or a matte blush, but this was the only one that had both a matte bronzer and blush. You guys can see in the review video, the texture was so weird. It was like it was so creamy that it would ball up and chunk off. It was a super strange texture for a powder, blush, and bronzer. The colors were pretty, but nothing amazing. And because of that weird texture, I decided to get rid of it. So I definitely do not recommend that, and I would not repurchase it. And the last item was the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. This is supposed to be a dupe of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, which I've never tried because they're crazy expensive for such a subtle effect. A lot of people love that e.l.f. palette. I didn't like it at all. A lot of that could have to do with my skin tone, but I just wasn't impressed. I even used all 4 shades and I couldn't really notice a difference on my skin, so I don't like that. If you are looking for a wham bam in your face highlighter, the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette is not for you. That is to give you that natural glow, not that intense highlighted sheen. So definitely keep that in mind if you are thinking about purchasing it. But if you want just a light veil over your skin, maybe it'd be nice, but I just feel like it's unnecessary. Next, I had repurchased 2 of my Holy Grail NYX products during their Cyber Monday sale, which is 40% off everything. I am hoping that they do that again this year. I'm thinking they will because I might need to restock on some of my favorite items and try out some new stuff. My first item is the NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil. I have been using this since before I started YouTube, so I've been using this for 5 years. I absolutely love this. Usually this will take me about 1.5 years to go through, and I use this every single day as a base for my brows. I think this does a great job of laying down my brow hair, and I think that this is essential if you like to fill in your brows with powder. You guys know I have kind of a high maintenance brow routine, but I have before just used this and then gone over top of powder, and it makes it really pigmented, and it makes it stay in place and actually show up on skin and brow hair. This is a #1 must-have for me. I know some other brands make these as well, like Milani and Anastasia. I love the NYX formula so much I don't want to try the others, and this is seriously a must-have staple product I use every single day. Next, I have my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in the shade #1 Ivory, which is very fair with a yellow undertone. I had purchased 4 of these. I have since used up 3 and I have 1 left. It usually takes me around 3 months to go through a powder, which is why I purchased 4, hoping it would last me an entire year, and it has done so because right now I'm using a Maybelline powder, but this is my #1 Holy Grail face powder. This gives some really nice coverage. It does help to mattify the skin. It's a fantastic color for me. I think this powder would work for all skin types, maybe not the most dry, dry, but if you're normal combo oily, this will definitely work for you. It has a nice subtle sheen to it when you swatch it, which does not look glowy in the face whatsoever. It really just helps to keep you from looking flat and cakey. Absolutely love this product. Next, I had purchased some items from Colourpop. I purchased 1 lip liner, 3 Lippie sticks, and an ultra matte lip. So it's my Ray on Instagram had just come out with her collaboration, including 3 products. I purchased all 3 of them. They look beautiful on her, but she has a really beautiful deep tan skin tone, and I am pale as a ghost. These lip colors look great on her, but I did not like them on me. In Ray's collection, she had a lip liner, a Lippie stick, and an ultra matte lip. Here is the Lippie pencil in Rayezor. Here's a swatch of the Lippie pencil in Rayezor. This is a really pretty gray, light mauve color. I actually do really like this lip liner. I love these formulas, and this color is very pretty, so this one is definitely a fave. And then I have the Rayezor Lippie Stick, which is a matte finish. Even though this has the same name as the lip liner, they are completely different. This is a lot more peach, and the lip liner is a lot more mauve. They were made to go together to create a really nice lip color, but they are not the same. And right here is a swatch of the Rayezor Lippie Stick. It is a really pretty smoked peach color, but I don't like this on my skin tone. And then you have the Ultra Matte Lip in Stingraye, and this is the new Ultra Matte Lip formula. And right here is a swatch of the Ultra Matte Lip in Stingraye. Now this lip liner would pair pretty nicely with that. It definitely is lighter than the Ultra Matte, but this is a really pretty shade. It is like a brownie mauve, but on my skin tone it pulls way more brown, which is why I don't love this one. The It's My Ray collection has been discontinued from Colourpop's line. Then I had purchased 2 more Lippie sticks. The first shade I have is Peppermint, which is a matte finish. This is the only item I had purchased from the holiday collection. And right here is a swatch of Peppermint. I wanted to swatch them side by side with Rayezor. They are way too similar to have both. The Peppermint shade is a lot brighter. It doesn't have that subtle brown gray smoked undertone that Rayezor has. So they're not exactly the same, but way too similar to have both. I also do not like this one on me. So the reason I basically bought 2 of the same shade is because I was on the hunt for my perfect Colourpop peach lippie stick. I have so many peach lippie sticks, and none of them are the right tone except for one from the Spring 2016 collection in the shade Hype Girl. That is my perfect Colourpop peach lippie stick, so now I'm going to stop looking. And now I have all of these other peach lippie sticks that I don't like on my skin tone, and this is one of them. The other lippie stick I have is the shade Lady, which is a really pretty brown tone red, and this is a matte finish. And right here is a swatch of Lady. I absolutely love this lippie stick. It is a stunning color, and I love to pair this with the Ivory Lippie pencil. So out of these 5 Colourpop products, I really do like the Rayezor Lippie pencil, and the Lady lippie stick is a must-have. The other 3 products I could do without. Next, I have 3 products from Ulta that I purchased with my 20% off coupon. The first thing was a repurchase. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I purchased this 10 months ago, and I'm still using it. These little guys last for so long. Also, it is cheaper to buy 2 of the travel size Smashbox primers than it is to buy 1 full size. You get the same amount of product for a couple of dollars cheaper, so just wanted to let you guys know that. This little mini is $16, which sounds like a lot, but like I said, this has lasted me such a long time. This is my favorite pore filling primer. I've tried the Benefit Professional. It did not work for me. This does a great job of filling up and smoothing out my primers. I definitely think I will repurchase this once I finish it up, but I am thinking that I might want to try the Makeup Forever smoothing primer. I've heard a lot of good things about that, but this one has been the best pore filling primer I've tried so far. Then I had purchased 2 of the Tarte Matte LipSurgence. I had repurchased the shade Exposed that I had finished up last year, and then I had tried out the shade Bare, and I purchased these like a couple weeks before these were being discontinued and were on sale for 50% off, so I was pretty upset about that. And now these two shades are part of the Tarte Lippie Lingerie line, which are their new formula of matte lip crayons. They've gotten rid of all the other finishes. They only have the Lippie Lingeries. I'm not sure how that formula compares to the original matte LipSurgence, but I'm really happy that they kept these shades. The Tarte Matte LipSurgence in Exposed is a really beautiful peachy nude. Right here is a swatch of Exposed. The Tarte Matte LipSurgence in Bare is a Marsala color. And right here is a swatch of Bare. I feel like I've mentioned these quite a few times in the past couple weeks. These are some of my holy grail lip products. They are a really comfortable matte formula. These are really pigmented and pretty long wearing. I absolutely love these products. The only complaint I have is that these do tend to get dry and detach from the base. Both of these are detached from the base. So instead of storing them upside down, I store them right side up so they won't fall out or smash in the cap. And even though the product has dried out, it doesn't feel dry on my lips, so I'm not sure why it does that. That is a bummer. I don't know if the Lippie Lingeries do that, so I definitely love these products. I am happy to have them, and please let me know if you've tried the Lippie Lingeries and the original matte LipSurgence, how those formulas compare. Next, I have some Estee Lauder skincare products. Two of these things I had purchased myself and got for about 50% off, and the other one was the holiday gift from Estee Lauder, and I got that for free. So starting with the two things I purchased, first is the Estee Lauder Idealist Pore Minimizing Skin Refinisher. This is the Pore Minimizing Serum. I am almost done with this. As you can see, this comes in 3 different sizes, and I have the smallest size, the 1 fluid ounce. It also comes in a 1.7 and a 3.4, I believe. And even though this is the smallest size, it was still very expensive. I like this. The texture is really nice and just glides onto the skin really well, and has a nice scent to it. I was using this every single day and I did not notice it doing anything to my pores. So I don't even know what this claims exactly, but this is a nice product, but I'm not going to repurchase it because it is very expensive. I don't have my discount anymore, and it just didn't do much for me. The second product that I purchased is the Estee Lauder Clear Difference Oil Control Mattifying Hydrating Gel. So this is a mattifying moisturizer for acne-prone oily skin. That is exactly my skin type. So Estee Lauder skincare is definitely more geared to anti-aging, but they do have a couple other products for more younger skin types like mine. Like they do have this Pore Minimizing Serum and this Clear Difference Moisturizer. They also have a couple other Clear Difference products. They have a serum and they have a spot treatment. So I like that they have those options as well, because otherwise none of those things would really work for me, although I probably do need to start using anti-aging products, but I don't know. Anyway, this moisturizer, I've actually just started using it the past couple weeks, and I really do enjoy this. It does make my face feel really cool and refreshed. It does give me a little bit of moisture, but not too much for my oily skin, and I really do enjoy this. But this is a moisturizer that does not pair well with all primers. I was using this and the Estee Lauder matte primer, and that was like too much matte or something like that. The primer did not go well over this moisturizer. It just tended to ball up and pill up and made my foundation look really weird. So this does not go with all primers, so keep that in mind. I do enjoy this product. I think it's going to last me a long time. This is a 1.7 ounce, and I think this one only comes in one size. But I don't necessarily think I would repurchase it. I really do love my drugstore skincare, and I will probably buy that instead. The free item that I got was a brand new product at the time, 10 months ago, and this is the Estee Lauder New Dimension Firm and Fill Eye System. They are 2 different eye creams, one to firm and one to fill. I am using this right now. I use this at night. As you can see, I've used up quite a bit of the firm side, which is a really nice thin, lightweight consistency, easy to blend out, and I like that one a lot. But the fill side is this white cream that is really thick, and this is something that you only apply in certain areas, and I haven't found that this one does much for me, and I don't like the consistency. So honestly, I've just been using the firm part, and this is okay. I don't really notice much from it. I've tried 3 different eye creams and not noticed a darn thing, but maybe that's because my under eyes, I don't have a lot of lines or puffiness. I do have some, but not a ton. So for someone that has more serious under eye issues, this might do more for them, but honestly, this didn't do much for me. Next, I have 3 products from Clinique, one that I purchased and 2 that I got as free gifts. The one thing I purchased is the Clinique eyeshadow in the shade At Dusk. This is such a gorgeous goldy copper color, and I was so impressed by how pigmented this was because I have always overlooked Clinique as a brand except for the Cheek Pop blushes, and I was just wowed by this shadow. So right here is a swatch for that. That is just one swipe. This is incredibly pigmented and such a gorgeous goldy copper color. I think that the shadow formulation is amazing. I really do love this color. I believe Clinique shadows are $16, the same price as MAC and the pot. So I would highly recommend you guys check these out and definitely go swatch the colors, but At Dusk has an amazing formula. And then for the free products, I have the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense in the shade Intense Plum. So they do have the regular quick liners, and then they have the quick liners Intense. And here is a swatch of Intense Plum, a really pretty intense purple color. And this isn't a bright purple, it is a plum. So this is a really nice wearable color for an everyday look. I do like this liner. It is really pigmented. It does stay pretty well, but it doesn't blow my socks off. The color isn't super special to me, so once I use this up, I'm not going to repurchase this. It's just fine, but nothing special. I definitely feel like you can get comparable drugstore liners. And then I had a little sample of the Clinique Lash Power Feathering Mascara in black. I have not tried this one yet. I will be trying it soon. I only have a couple deluxe size mascara samples left, so I'm excited to try that one. So next were a couple products that my friend Amanda Alexander sent me. I'll have her YouTube channel linked down below. Please make sure you go check her out and subscribe to her. Amanda definitely has one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and she deserves way more subscribers. So the first thing Amanda sent me was one of my Holy Grail products. This is the Wet n Wild Fergie Mattifying Take on the Day Powder. I was terrified this was being discontinued, so she sent me one, and it actually was not discontinued. They just repackaged it, and now I have this one and I believe 3 backups. I love this for an under eye setting powder. This is a great dupe of the NARS Translucent Crystal setting powder, the pressed version, except I think this is better because with the NARS we have to scrape off like half the product to get to the good stuff that will actually pick up on a brush, and this is good from the jump. You do get a very small amount of powder, so I tend to go through this quickly. I would not really recommend this for the whole face because it does have some shimmer particles, which I do notice under the eye, and I think would not be the most flattering on the face. But if you tried it all over, let me know what you think of it. If you do use it all over, you will definitely go through this really fast. So I do love this for an under eye setting powder. You only need a very tiny amount, so this would be great for all skin types. And then Amanda sent me 2 products from Pure Cosmetics. Amanda was on the PR list, and she sent me a couple products that were perfect for my skin tone and hair color, which was really nice, and I really enjoyed being able to try these out. The first product is the Pure Cosmetics Browder. It is a perfecting brow powder. It is in the shade Blonde, and this is the strangest applicator ever. You are able to get quite a bit of color there. The shade works really well for me, but this applicator is so weird. I do have a first impression using this product. I will have it linked up here. This is pretty nice. It actually does deposit way more color than I thought it would, but this is hella messy. I had so much fallout all over my face. So while this is an interesting concept, I honestly don't recommend this because it is such a finicky product and is very messy. The next product is the Pure Cameo Contour Dual-Ended Contour Foundation Stick in the shade Light. And this also came with the Pure Cosmetics sponge that you guys have seen me use a bunch of times. I love that sponge so much. It comes with this product and you can buy it individually on their website for $12 or $13. I love that sponge so much. It is like #1 must-have sponge tied with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So love that. And this product, it is a dual-ended highlight and contour stick. It is a matte highlighter that you can use to highlight under the eye or to clean up under the contour, which is how I used it. And then you do have the contour side, which is bit more of a warm brown, which is why I was afraid to use this on my skin because of the color, but it actually doesn't look too orange. And this is a nice product. It is really pigmented and it actually blends out really nicely. It isn't too dry, but it isn't too greasy. This is a really nice formula and they are good colors, but I never ever reach for this. I have one liquid highlight and contour and this cream highlight and contour. Good formulas, but I never ever use them. I am just so much of a powder person, and I also set my face with powder, and I don't want to put this over top of powder, but if I put it under, put my colored face powder on top, it's going to change the color of it. So I never ever use this, but it is good quality. And then lastly, I had a couple products I was sent. One from Influencer was the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. I do have a review on that. I will link it up here. That was a really nice mascara. It made my lashes look very fluttery. They were really black, really volumized, but that is a way too expensive of a mascara for me. I have so many drugstore mascaras and other high-end mascaras that I love that are cheaper, so while that was good, I definitely don't think it's worth the money. Then I had two products from Mimi Box that I also did a review on. I will link up here. If I run out of cards, I will just link them down below. So the first thing was this Tony Moly lip scrub in Peach. And I honestly haven't used this since my review. I think it does a good job of scrubbing, but it is a little more gentle than I would like. I love the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator best. It is really harsh, but I like that. So if the e.l.f. is too harsh for you, then you might really enjoy this. It is a good product, but it doesn't scrub off as much dead skin as the e.l.f. does. And then I have the Beauty People Pure Vitamin Capsule Lip Tattoo in the shade Vitamin E Strawberry, which is basically a lip stain. And this is a pretty color, but it definitely is not a shade that I wear. I don't really wear these bright hot pinks hardly ever, so I definitely have not reached for this since my review either. It is a nice product, but I never use stains and I don't wear this type of color, so for that reason I definitely would not repurchase this. And then the last product is the Boo Boo Cover Up Concealer in the shade Light. It does come in a squeeze tube, but I put the product into this little lip gloss wand so that it is easier to use, and I just bought these from Amazon and I really do like this concealer. It does have a peachy undertone, which is really great to help to cancel out any darkness under the eye. It gives some nice coverage. It isn't really light enough for me to highlight with, but that is okay because I do use it to correct and conceal. I like this concealer a lot, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. I do prefer some drugstores that are just easier to get my hands on. So this is a nice product, but I'm definitely not going to repurchase it. So guys, that was my Hit or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 28. I would love to know your thoughts if you've tried out any of these products. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.